Hey everyone, welcome back to the Small Town Nerdcast. I am your host Brian, and I'm sorry this week's episode is late. That just has a lot to do with what's been on my mind recently, especially recent events with the Uvalde school shooting here in Texas, and just the aftermath of all that and how frustrated I've been, because it's very frustrating being a parent of a kid, a son who is in kindergarten, or well, he's going to be in first grade, who very well could have been, like, I mean, we don't live in that town, we live very far away, but like that scenario of these children, you know, being in a place that they thought was safe and having something so horrible happen. As a parent, it's one of the scariest things to ever imagine, and you pray you never have to, you know, but I don't know, man. And I've just been frustrated because, of course, you get the same thoughts and prayers online when, you know, we've been doing that since 2009, and here we are again with another school shooting. And it's not like, oh, this is crazy, this hasn't happened in a while. No, it's almost like at least once a semester. You know, like, that's how it feels. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's how it feels. And it's frustrating because thoughts and prayers aren't getting us anywhere. And people are screaming, like, don't take away our guns, and we don't need gun reform, and we don't need bans and stuff like that. But what we're doing isn't working. Texas just made it easier to get firearms, and it's not working, you know? People aren't running to the rescue. Cops aren't running to the rescue. And the bad people who you claim are going to get guns either way are still killing despite what you think is going to help. Like, we need to change. Something needs to change. You know, I've wanted that for so long, and here we are again after another school shooting. 19 kids gone. And it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. So yeah, sorry for the episode. Well, I mean, I'm not sorry for the episode being late, but that's kind of why. It is just, I've had a lot on my mind. And so we're going to try to lighten up the mood. We got some new stuff to talk about, you know, but it just sucks. And like I said, I just really hope we get real change and no more thoughts and prayers, because it's not working. You know, what they think is working is not working. And what they think is going to fix the problem is not fixing the problem. And I love my son. I love his friends. All my friends' kids who are elementary, high school. You know, you shouldn't have to worry about this kind of thing. And we've been worrying about it since 2009. Fuck, man. Anyway, yeah, let's try to just get some nerd news out of the way and some stuff that I've seen, and we'll get on with the rest of the weekend. This weekend's supposed to be a good weekend. Have some friends coming over, and so it should be a lot of fun. I did see that a new issue of Saga has been out, and I just haven't been able to get to a comic book shop to pick it up. It's crazy, man, because like I I still haven't gotten Marvel Unlimited. I need to get Marvel Unlimited. I keep telling myself to get it so I can start reading comics like I used to. And of all the comics that are not Marvel related, I'm really only picking up one, and that's Saga. But here recently, I've been wondering if I should just stop buying the single issues and just start picking up the trade paperbacks. Because one, it looks better on a bookshelf. But man, I love those covers. You know, it's hard to pass up on like such amazing cover work, and I really don't want to. So I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, in some nerd news, man, one of the writers who's been on WandaVision and Moon Knight is now joining the Agatha House of Harkness Disney Plus show that they're going to be doing. And first off, I didn't even know they were going to be doing an Agatha show, which if you guys watched WandaVision, you know Agatha was a witch that was hidden in the show, and she was kind of like the big bad villain at the end of it. And I think she was the one with the Darkhold that Wanda eventually takes from her. So yeah, she kind of plays a big role, man. I'm kind of excited to see what they do with this character and where she goes from there. And then, of course, I'm a big fan of WandaVision. I really enjoyed that show and the different choices they made. And I'm also a big fan of Moon Knight. I really liked that show, and I had a lot of fun watching it. So, I mean, let's face it, Disney and Marvel have been killing it with all their series. Like, all the television shows have been fantastic. I've enjoyed, even like the worst Marvel Disney Plus TV show has still been watchable and fun to sit through. So I have no complaints, man. Even adding on to that is the fact that it looks like Daredevil, the Netflix Daredevil, is now going to start filming for a new season on Disney Plus, and they've said it's going to be a continuation of the series, not a reboot, not a different timeline. It's hey man, Daredevil's here, and now we're going to continue his story. In fact, Kristen Ritter, who played Jessica Jones, is she's returning to. I'm not sure if she's going to be a part of Daredevil or if she's getting her own show, but word is she's back. I think she even took a picture with some of the cast members. I can't really remember. Maybe she's going to show up in She-Hulk, which would be pretty badass if she does. It wouldn't make sense because, you know, She-Hulk, I think Jennifer Walters is an attorney, you know, and maybe having a private investigator work for her to help her, like, figure stuff out. I feel like it's a match made in heaven, man. Hopefully you get Vincent D'Onofrio as Wilson Fisk back again. I mean, he's made an appearance in one of the Marvel series, Hawkeye. So I'm just, man, it's all coming together, you know, like finally getting the Netflix stuff that a lot of people enjoyed. Well, enjoyed most of it. I would say I was a huge fan of Daredevil, Luke Cage, and Jessica Jones. Iron Fist had some moments that I enjoyed from it, but for the most part, it's fine. He can come back. They could get a new guy. Like, that's fine. Like, oh, yeah, he got multiverse swapped. Just put Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi would be perfect in that role. And that's what. What's her name? Was it Colleen? Or his friend? Man, I can't remember her name. I don't know. Her name's like Dasani, like her real name, the actress's name. It's like, oh, Aquafina. That's what it. I was like, it's like a bottle of water or something. It's Dasani. Aquafina, I think is her real name. But yeah, so that's pretty cool, man. And like, even cooler stuff over on the Netflix side of stuff, they are going to be adding seasons of my freaking childhood. All that, Kenan and Kel, and Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide are all coming to Netflix. It's not the entire series. Right now, I think they're just going to add certain seasons from these shows. And then maybe, depending on how they go, they're going to increase, like, pan out more. It's kind of cool. It's funny thinking of Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide, but one of the actors from that show who played the janitor. I think his name was Gordy or something like that. He actually lives in my town, and it's kind of funny. I remember he moved here. Man, how many years ago was it? Maybe 6 or 7 years ago, or maybe almost 10 years ago. I can't remember. Supposedly, his significant other has family here or something like that, and I don't know exactly. This was all hearsay of why he ended up moving here, and he also did the voice of um, Fairly Odd Parents. Who it was Wanda and Cosmo. So he was Cosmo, if I remember. I could be wrong. I thought he was. I think so. But no, I know mostly from the janitor. And it's fun because, like, he does plays here. Like, he's part of the theater troupe in my hometown. And so he's in plays. And I've been meaning to go, like, see it and see him and maybe, like, work up. It's hard to work up the courage to talk to people, especially people that you are a fan of. And, like, that's like always the hardest thing, like at conventions and stuff. You go meet like these actors and actresses and famous people who you have admired their work and stuff, and you get up to them, you've waited in line, and then like you imagine in your head this amazing thing that you're gonna say to these people, and all that comes out is just garbled mush, and you ask probably the dumbest question that they've heard a million times, and bless their hearts, they are always the happiest and nicest people. Despite how creepy and weird you are, they are always willing to, like, just genuinely answer your questions because they're genuinely happy that, hey, you at least worked up the courage this much to show yourself. So, I don't know, man. I'm scared to go up to him, but I admire the guy. I admired his work when I was younger, and it's pretty cool, man. Like, Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide was a classic. I think I was a bit older when that came out. I'm trying to remember. Maybe I was in high school when this show came out. Or maybe I was just... No, I had to have been in high school. But it was fantastic, man. Man, that's a show I should go back and watch. And now I can because it's going to be on Netflix. So I'm really... that's going to be really cool. And then like all that, which was like the kids' version of Saturday Night Live. And, Kenan Thompson, who is on SNL now, was on all that back then. And so it'd be really cool to watch that and see, like, the precursor to these people before they, like, blew up the way that they did. And I remember here recently, I say recently, it might have been 2 years ago, they were, like, redoing all that or recasting all that. And they brought back, like, all of the original members and some of the new kids, and I don't know if it ever continued on. It was a Nickelodeon show, so, and I don't have cable, so I don't really watch Nickelodeon all that much, and I don't know what streaming service those episodes would air on, but I thought it was a good idea to bring it back, try again, because there were some funny skits, man, and some stuff that, like, stick with me and Casey, and we make references to today. There's like a surfer one. I can't remember. Was it Josh Peck or Drake Bell? Maybe it was Drake Bell. Because they came from all that. So if you know Drake and Josh, I'm pretty sure they both came from all that. At least Drake for sure. And I think Drake played a character called Totally Kyle. He was like this surfer dude who said like the dumbest shit, but like, he was always like, a ride, like excellent, and like said like, I don't know, it was supposed to be like words of wisdom type shit with Totally Kyle, and that it was funny. One of the guys who does the voice for the Avatar Last Airbender series, Sokka, he was on all that, if I'm not mistaken, and he had some funny skits too. And God, man, I just remember that show. So Amanda Bynes, and like, wow, man, like, God, if you've never watched all that, man, I don't even know if it's there yet. Actually, I have my phone, I can go check, but This is like real shit. Like, I'm excited for this. I know not everyone will be super excited for this, but I'm freaking excited for this. Also, one thing I'm really excited for, and me and my buddy were just talking about this at work, because here recently, man, I haven't found a new game that I've just been really excited for. And then I totally forgot until I saw another trailer for it, was Super Mario Strikers Battle League, which is going to be coming out for the Switch, is like 2 weeks away, man. It's like Mario Soccer. You know, they've had Mario Golf, Mario Tennis, and now I'm pretty sure they had soccer before this, but I never played it. But the new one, Battle League, looks fantastic. I really dig it. I dig the power ups and just the artwork and how the game's going to look. And so it's definitely on my radar as like something I really want to check out and really want to get my hands on. And I'm willing to pay the $60 price tag for it. Also because no Nintendo game loses its value. Hell, Breath of the Wild is still like $59.99, and that game's been out for a decade. Super Mario Kart 8, which I've been just wanting to play, but for whatever reason can't convince my own self to buy it for the $60 price tag that it is still worth. And just, man, Nintendo, do a deal like Steam. Steam does great deals. I can go right now and get Borderlands 2 and Borderlands the pre-sequel for like $10. And I don't know why I haven't done, actually, I know why I haven't done that. It's because I have Borderlands 3 on my Xbox. And why would I play anything else when I have Borderlands 3 on my Xbox? But my bud has Borderlands 2 on his PC, and then we could play together, and that would be really fun. Actually, why have I not added him on my Steam? Like, why are we not on the friends list? I need to text him. I should call him. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the episode this week, guys. I know it was pretty short, and we got a little emotional there at the beginning, but, I mean, it's something that affects us all. And so and like I said, it was the main reason for the delay. I just had a lot on my mind, and I didn't like, while this podcast is an extension of my personality and my opinions and my beliefs, I also didn't want it to turn into a huge soapbox for 20 to 30 minutes, because it definitely would have been had I recorded this a lot sooner. And honestly, I've been holding back a lot on social media for those same reasons. And also because I just, where I work at, people have a lot of opinions, and most of those opinions are on the right side of things, while I don't necessarily swing that way. I'm very much more of a left Democrat person working amongst a bunch of conservative Republicans. And so, trying to, happy wife, happy life type situation at work. Like, these are my coworkers, and I don't want to get in those kind of debates. And that's typically why I don't talk politics at work. That's typically why I don't talk about social things at work, because because they talk about this shit, I know that we would not get along in the best way. And so I prefer not to bring those things up at work. So because I spend half my day there, I spend 12 hours a day at that place, and those people are as much as my family as my real family is. And I would just rather not spend that time arguing and debating, and I would just rather work and be focused on my job, because my job's important. We provide electricity to a lot of people here in Texas, millions of homes, and that, to me, at the moment, is more important than winning some non-rewarding debate at work. But anyways, thank you so much for listening to the podcast. Thank you so much for being a part of this, and just hanging out and hearing the things that I get excited about, and sometimes talking to me about those things that we're both excited about. Oh, holy shit, I forgot the last cool thing. If you have Disney Plus, go there now, because one, they just released the trailer for the new Andor series that they're going to be doing, and Andor is going to oh god, what was that dude's name in Rogue One? It was like the main guy who's in there. I think was his name Andor. I can't remember. It's a spin-off series, kind of like a prequel for him, and so I'm really excited to see that. And it looks really cool, and I like where they're going with that. The other thing is, 2 episodes of the new Obi-Wan Kenobi show have dropped on Disney Plus, and I have just started the first episode. And so far, I think I'm like 10 or 15 minutes in, and it's all just flashbacks of like episode 1 through 3 to kind of like, if you don't know what's going on between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, this is kind of like what's been going on between Obi-Wan and Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader, and it's kind of just bringing you up to speed so you're caught up to what's going to be happening with Obi-Wan Kenobi. And like I said, this is only like, I said 10 or 15. It might be just 5 minutes. It might be a little bit more. And so it's a cool little recap to go into the show. I think they're both like close to an hour long. So I'm going to go, as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to go watch that because it completely just left my mind for like 30 minutes here. And now it's back. And now I really want to watch it. So screw you guys. But yeah, if you like the show and you enjoy it, you can always follow me on social medias. On Twitter, it's Small Town Nerdcast, and that's SM Town Nerdcast. Over on Instagram, we have it spelled out Small Town Nerdcast. Small is SMALL, in case you can't spell. Hi, I'm a genius of sorts. And then you can always email me and follow me on twitch.tv/Bry-Fy podcast. That's BRYFY podcast, and the email is bryfypodcast@hotmail.com. Let me know things that you're interested in and if I should look into them and talk about them for you guys, because I would love that. And if you're someone who's listening that is a creator and wants to come on the show, I am open for interviews, so please do not hesitate. Or if you just got something cool you want to talk about, like you don't have to be a creator, you can just be a person who is fun and cool, and I would love to talk to you, and we can just geek out for a little bit, because I enjoy talking to people. I know it seems like I enjoy just screaming out into the universe with my own voice, but I very much enjoy talking to people. So that's it for the show this week. Thank y'all so much, and we will see you guys next week. Later.